up, everybody? Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you've been holding off on doing it, but you've been watching. Come on, don't be like that. Become a part of the Monetization Nation today and support the future of this amazing entity known to the world, worldwide, as ONYXCON. We are here again, y'all. Oh, my. Oh, my. Yo, back out here on the grind, doing what I gotta do, not what I necessarily want to do, but what you got to do to get to the next level. That's what we do, yo. We keep it moving. And I got another one of these courier gigs today with these bags, these boxes. You know what I'm saying? These boxes, these bags, these, they're dropping off. I'm playing Christmas. Hey, I'm playing Santa Claus as always, yo. I play Santa Claus 24/7 damn near, you know. I drop y'all the gifts, okay? The gifts be working when I'm asleep. Do you hear me? Do you understand the poetry? And I'm out here on the road getting it. Gotta get it, y'all. Gotta get it. I was talking to somebody at the warehouse before I left with this load this morning. It was funny. The guy was telling me we was all waiting because it's a problem that can be a common problem. Every app got its issues, and this one there'll be things where there's, you're missing a package, and they got to go through your whole order and make sure it wasn't a misscan, which can easily happen. And I'm sorry, damn, lint got my. Don't you hate lint? Like, what is that? Anyway. You could have a miscan or whatever, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe that was what it was. It wasn't no miscan. Package was never. It was even saying that it had been scanned. It had not been scanned. It was only one. It was like a two-part, like two boxes going to the same address. Only one. So that was the deal. But bottom line is, it takes time to go through that. Time is money every second. I was talking to his brother in line in front of me. He's like, I said, what, you got missing package? He's like, yeah. I was like, damn. Yeah, man, they really bad about that. That's the one thing about this. He's like, yeah, and time is money in this bill. I said, ain't it though? I was like, okay, he a real one. I was like, he said, but I don't just do this. He mentioned Rhodey. I don't mind mentioning Rhodey. I don't know if Ludacris still got interest in it, but he was one of the founders of Rhodey. I don't know if he sold his part of it or if he's still involved, but shout out to Ludacris for that. That's major moves right there. But the only thing with Rhodey is that when I tried that, and I have tried it, I literally probably only had like 3 Rhodey orders my whole life because I've been knowing about it for years. I did it I remember an order from like PetSmart, a bunch of dog food, like big bags, whatever, stuff I do all the time out of Wally World, And then there was another order maybe from PetSmart later on, and then something maybe from like a Home Depot or something, like those small stuff like that, right? But never the big orders that you hear people talk about. Oh man, $100 and something, $200. Like, well, damn, really? And then you got, but when you look at what it is, you got to go all the way you got to drive 5 hours to get there, and then 10 hours to get home, like, because it'll be traffic, like. Are you making any sense of what you're saying? So what the amount if you got to? What's the point if you put it right back in the gas tank? Like, what's this? What is that? What is that? But some people just they I don't know. It's a certain mindset, and they lucky to have them because that's how I guess they stay alive with those people that don't look at it that way. But he told me, he said, well, the thing about them is, he said, first I got a pickup truck. He pointed to his truck. I said, oh, well, there you go, because Rhodey is good for a lot of people moving. Like people literally moving, so they got boxes and boxes and boxes, a whole couch, a damn bed, or furniture. I ain't ready for that. I'm in a smaller SUV, so I ain't dealing with all that, right? And the guy was explaining that he started just doing small orders like what I described doing, but he did a bunch of them from like CVS. He said once I got like 100 orders, I said damn 100. He said 100 orders. And was a 5-star driver, then you ask him about, can I move up to the next level? And it's all ranks and stuff. So I forget, he said some other rank within their system, and it gives you bigger orders, more money. I said, okay, I hear you. And then he said he got to another one where he was, I mean, he's considered whatever they call it, something elite now. I said, okay, all right. So I see why you promote. I see why you like that. I get it. You got the big truck. You can do those huge orders. I said, man, I ain't, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm in a much smaller, I ain't in no pickup truck, bro. Mine's just basic, small SUV. He's like, okay, yeah. But he said, yeah, but you can still, you can get a lot of it. He said, you know what you ought to look at? He mentioned this other thing. I had never heard of this. I said, what's that? He said, oh man, that's what everybody be doing right there. When you see those guys that have the little small white vans, I said, yeah, I see that more and more. Like, guys go and get their own little, I guess that would be considered a sprinter, when they call them sprinters. But they'll get those, and they can do the bigger order, because it's just what it is. It is a cargo van. It's nothing but for cargo. And so he said, yeah, a lot of them, that's what they're doing. I said, oh, okay, all right. So he showed me the app. It's not even, I don't even know it's an app. It's just like a site. It's CB Driver. So that's a shout out to any of my riders out there looking for some extra work. I ain't officially tried it. I'm talking about something I literally heard of today, just 30 minutes ago, talking to this brother in line. He dropped that. I said, this is it. This is word of mouth is everything, man, for opportunity. I'm not even saying this is gonna work for me, but me even mentioning it to y'all might change somebody's life today, man. I'm about that. I mean, you never know. It's all information. It's all data. Yeah, y'all gonna let somebody over, or y'all gonna act like you really gonna get on the expressway any faster from not letting me on? Like, what the hell wrong with y'all? Goofy ass. Goofies! That's the word, y'all. Goofies. Bunch of damn goofies. I'm saying that even more for a friend of mine who oh my goodness. If she watched this, she gonna be howling, because that's her favorite word to hear me say. You're a bunch of damn goofies, baby. She's like, oh my gosh, they're freaking goofies. She loved that. So anyway, yeah, I got onto that app and checked it out, and this basically, it's just a data. It reminds me of, in the film biz, with me doing that so many years. It's the same kind of, it's gig work. All gig work is, you gotta know where to look. You gotta know where to look, and people can put you on if your energy is right. That's why I always say, respect first, then power, then money. The information I just shared about this thing would have never happened. We both standing in line with that humdrum look, like, damn, man, they messed up another order. I looked behind me, it was like 6 other people. Everybody more or less just keeping to themselves, not talking. I get it, you don't know who's who, you don't want, but all that we don't trust each other energy is also the very reason what you know is never known, and what I know is never known, because nobody's really communicating or being cool with each other. When I first got there this morning, the guy who was doing the check-ins, older brother, black man, about 30-something years old, he's checking everybody in, and I just noticed his energy. I've never seen him before. I may have seen him before, but he wasn't doing that. He was walking around he looked like a manager, and I can tell he must be some type of manager. So he said, hey, how you doing this morning? I was shocked, because he said, hey, how you doing? He's greeting people. That don't happen. People they don't say hi. They don't say good morning. They don't say nothing. They just act like, yeah, F you, without even saying it. And then let me scan your phone, like you had to scan in with this little scan thing, right? But I said, bro, I'm holding the phone so he can scan. I said, man, good morning to you. I said, you're the first person that's ever greeted me when I came up in here? He said, man, don't tell me that. He just put a smile. He smiled. He said, man, don't tell me that. I said, no, for real, fam. I said, these cats up in here, man, they don't do that basic stuff they don't do. I said, man, I'm 50, man. I need that respect. He said, I feel you, man. I got you. Translation, that's when I knew he was a man. Like, I got you. I'm about to get in their ass. I know exactly who you talking about, because I know who I put over here. And them sorry mofo, I know who you talking about. Them little drag-footed, sorry-ass youngsters that act like the world owed them a job. Like, do you understand the robot is already in shipment? The robot has already been shipped. You ain't that important. No one cares that you ain't enjoying your life, and you don't like life, and you don't like... No one gives a flying funk. You got a job. There's people who wish they were standing. There's grown people, way more grown, who deserve your job. And you up here with a sourpuss attitude. So he felt me on that. He was laughing so hard at one point. He literally, like, you know how you just bend over. You like, he was on the edge of my, like, the window seat, like, laughing. Like, man, I'm trying to hold it down, because, like, I know who you talking about, and I am about to fire him up. I was like, I love to know it. I wish you could send me a video when you tell that young dumbass. Like, I'm sick of these fools, man. They ruining the world with that bullshit, because they grow up to be an old motherfucker who still act like the world owes something. I'm like, oh, you shit. You better get out here, goddammit, and get some. If ain't nobody ever gave you no respect, get around some people who have, and humble yourself to what they are showing you about how it really goes. Before you end up in jail, and a motherfucker who really ain't got no goddamn respect for you show you what real no respect look like. And I don't know nothing about that life, but I've met some folk who have. I've met some folk who have, and they'll tell you quick, you better keep it right, because on the other side, there ain't no mercy. You know, all that trying to play tough. What that got to do with your job, man? You got a job. Do your job. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. It's